Hello friends, welcome to JavaEE JSP tutorial. In this video we are going to see how to set up a error page using the page directive. So in the last video we created a page for form processing. Let's say so we created this JSP and it receives a request from a HTML file. So that's inside a browser. So here we sent the request and the JSP file will do the form processing. After that it replied back. So it responded back. So this is what we saw previously. So we learned about the request object and we also used the out object. So these are all the pre-built object. So the request object we used to get the name. So this is what the form, the HTML content. Then we also had a submit button. So once a user clicks the submit, the form will be sent to the server. Server will do the processing. Then it responded back stating welcome to JSP. Whatever you type that get appended. So this one will be one page. So this is the request page, we can say. Then once a response comes back, we got one more page. That's the response page, which contains a string stating welcome to something. Then this name got appended here, right? Now let's state that if a user doesn't provide any name, we want to show some error message. So that's where this video comes into picture. Now what we have to do, we have to create a new page. So this is the page, we will create error page, and in that error page we will write a page directive. So we know that once we create a JSP file, we will get a page directive like this. So there will be pre-built directive which Eclipse IDE provides. Along with that, we have to specify that this specific file is an error page by adding this statement is error page equal to true, we can specify. So then actually the page directory will close. You will just append this line. After that, inside the body you can define your error content. So that will be a normal HTML. You can do all your fancy declaration to display the error. So this is one thing we will do. So we have error page ready here, and inside this form processing. So let's say, how do we link that? So when there is some error that happens here, we want to show the stack trace, all those stuff. So we want to handle that exception, or we want to display a neat error page. So in that case, here in this we have to specify one more page directive. So just a page directive attribute. So what we have to say, error page equal to specify the location of the error page. So that's nothing but you have to specify where is the error page. Here I am linking to it. If both are in same location, then I will specify 005 underscore error page.jsp. That's what I specify. If there are some folder structure, I can use the relative path. Or if the error page is at a different location, I can use a HTTP as a full web address. So that tells where the error page, and yeah, let's say this is done here. And now inside this form processing, now if you throw an exception, let's say throw new exception, or if there is any server side exception, that time also the page know where the error page is. So here is the error page, so it will automatically invoke that page. So for the demo, what we will do, we will make use of the already existing form processing JSP. Okay, let us start from here. First we will define the error page. After that, so this is the first step we will do in the demo. Then we will go to the JSP file, existing file, and we will specify where the error page is. After that, we will throw the exception. So here we have written some Java code, right, to use the request object and read this name. So there we will check whether this name is empty. Then if the name is empty, then we will throw an exception. Now it's demo time. Let's go to the Eclipse. So here is our Eclipse, and form processing, if you see, it's already here. Now we will go ahead and create a new JSP page. And we will provide the name. If you see here, I'm just creating a normal JSP page only, nothing special here. So let's put a comment. Set this a JSP error page. So here we already have some page directive @page language equal to Java, content type text HTML, and char set page encoding was specified. We will add one more now that tells that is error page equal to true. So this attribute tells that this page is actually to define some error. So in the last few videos, we talked about some of the pre-built object that is available to the JSP page. So now we are going to use one of the pre-built object, which is nothing but the exception. So here, if you see, let me align this, use the exception object. Here we are just using the normal HTML, h3 error detected, h4 reported error is h4. Then we are opening a paragraph tag and ending that. Inside, if you see here, we are using the JSP scriptlet, and we are using the inbuilt object exception dot get message. So that's what here we are printing. So these are all the static HTML content. Along with that, whatever exception is thrown, that we are catching it here and displaying it. And this is an error page. So that's the attribute. Only two changes we made. This is one change. Then after that, we specified the error HTML here along with the dynamic content scriptlet. So here is our form processing. We did this in the previous 1 minute. So I think once again I created 005. Let me rename this to be in sync with other example 005. Okay, now it gone here. Okay, so let's go to form processing, and very first step here will be adding the page directive. So here we are specifying So here we are specifying where the error page is. We specify error page equal to 005, 05 underscore error page. So that's the location. Error page exists on the same location of a form processing file. So we directly specified where the error page is. So in the last video we did this processing. So when name is not null, then we specified welcome to JSP Mr. whatever the name is typed by the user in the simple form, person name. So that's what here we are processing. So when user doesn't enter anything, then we will land up into this else position. And here if you see, we are throwing new exception. So this is nothing but java.lang.exception. And we are passing this string message. So this is the message we are getting here using the exception.get message. This exception is a pre-built object of type the exception, java.lang.exception.exception. All right, now that's all we need. Now we will test this. So let me remove this first. Now our JSP example web application is containing two more pages. One is, one more page, error page, and the modified form processing. First we will start the server. Alright, server is started. Here, now we have to publish our web application. I'm choosing add and remove. That's all. So here you are seeing deployed. Here you can see started synchronized and started synchronized. If you see here, we are using Java 1.8 Eclipse Neon IDE and Wildfly 10x. So these are all the part of the prerequisite, setting up the Eclipse, setting up the Wildfly, all the stuff. Alright, now we will go to form processing. We know the form processing takes place by this sample form. So the flow goes from here. From sample form, we are submitting the content to the form process.jsp. It goes here. If everything is right, it will reply back to the browser session from where the form sample form was submitted. If there is an error, then the content of this error page is pushed to the browser session that initiated the form processing using the sample form.html. So that means here we have to run sample form.html. That's the starting point. And here we are running that on the server. So first let's give Batman. So it states welcome to JSP Mr. Batman. Now let's make this as empty. We are submitting the query. I think there is some bug, so I removed this web application, and if you see here, name not equal to null, that's what we are checking. When we doesn't type anything, we are not getting null and we may be getting empty. So we need to change this condition in such a way that if name contains at least one character, even though it is a space, we still consider that and we will print that name. Otherwise, it doesn't, we throw the exception. When we ran the sample with the empty text, we saw that welcome to Mr. then nothing printed. So this got printed, that means it entered this loop. Alright, now we will start the server. So it is started. Now we will publish the application. Hope this time it will work. So it's deployed. Let's go for clear, and now we will run. So this time we will submit it as empty. Okay, here this is inbuilt browser, that's why it may not be working. Now let's go back. We'll copy this. So error pages are directed by the browser, so let's go for IE or Chrome. Okay, let's go to Chrome. Here we gone to Chrome. Now let us submit this, and if you see in Chrome the same error page worked. IE doesn't work. Let's go to Edge or some other browser. So it worked here in Edge as well, but here in the IE we doesn't get this. So if I click on more information, here also we are not getting the error page. The website is so the error page is displayed from the IE, and we saw the inbuilt browser also doesn't work. When we click, whatever we got from the IE, the same we are getting here as well. But this one is the Chrome browser. In the Chrome browser we can see the stuffs are working. So now I am making it as empty and submitting it. Error detected. Reported error is name is not entered. So the name is not entered is what we are passing here when we are creating the exception object, right? So that get printed, and if you see inside the error page, the exception.get message, it just returned what we passed here. Then we also saw error detected in H3, and in heading 4 the reported error is. So both are shown here, and this is the dynamic content. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.